Imagine a queen whose power and mystery still inspire modern women today. Welcome to Discover English Stories, where we explore the incredible life of Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. Cleopatra was a strong, wise leader who broke the rules of her time, and her story continues to influence women who lead and create change in our world. Join us on this journey into the past as we learn English through Cleopatra's legendary tale, and see how her legacy lives on in the empowered women of today. Chapter 1: The Rise of a Queen. Have you ever wondered how a young princess becomes a powerful queen? Cleopatra was born into a royal family in ancient Egypt. From her earliest days, she was full of curiosity and strength. Even as a little girl, she loved to ask questions and learn about the world. In the Grand Palace, Cleopatra learned many languages and studied history, art, and science. She listened carefully to her teachers and read ancient scrolls, dreaming of a future where she could lead her people with wisdom and courage. Growing up in a world of power struggles, Cleopatra faced many challenges. The royal court was a place where family members often competed for control of the throne. When her father died, Cleopatra and her brothers were expected to share the power. Many doubted that a young woman could rule well. However, Cleopatra was not ordinary. With a keen mind and a brave heart, she began to show that leadership is not about age or gender, but about determination and vision. Even in a time when society had strict ideas about the role of women, Cleopatra worked very hard to learn the art of ruling. She listened to wise advisors, studied the ways of past leaders, and made bold decisions to protect Egypt. Her early reign was full of both hope and struggle. She believed that true power comes from knowledge and the courage to take risks. This belief helped her overcome the challenges of a divided court and a difficult political world. Today, many modern women see Cleopatra as a symbol of strength and independence. Her journey from a curious princess to a determined queen inspires women to break barriers and follow their dreams. In every boardroom and community, her legacy reminds us that determination and learning can lead to greatness. Cleopatra's story shows that even in a challenging world, one can rise with intelligence and passion. In this chapter, we learn how Cleopatra began her journey as a leader. With each lesson from the past, she built the foundation of a legacy that still influences the women of today. Her early life teaches us that no matter the challenges we face, courage and wisdom can light the path to success. Chapter 2: Intelligence, Beauty, and Political Strategy. How can beauty and brains work together to build a powerful kingdom? Cleopatra was famous not only for her charm and beauty but also for her brilliant mind. She learned many languages, including Greek and Egyptian, which helped her communicate with different people and cultures. Her strong education made her a skilled diplomat and a clever leader. In the royal court, Cleopatra used her intelligence to build important alliances. She listened carefully to her advisors and planned each step with care. Unlike many leaders of her time, Cleopatra knew that power came from both knowledge and confidence. Her ability to speak several languages allowed her to read important documents and understand the ideas of other cultures. This made her wise and respected by everyone around her. Cleopatra also used her beauty as a tool in her political strategy. In her time, many believed that a queen's appearance was her greatest asset. However, Cleopatra showed that true beauty is more than skin deep, it comes from strength of mind and heart. She dressed elegantly and carried herself with grace. Her appearance helped her make a strong impression, but it was her smart ideas and clear vision that truly won people over. Modern women today see Cleopatra as a role model who balanced intelligence with elegance. Her life shows that success is not just about looking good, but about working hard, learning continuously, and making smart choices. Cleopatra understood that to lead her nation, she needed to use both her charm and her wisdom. She made careful decisions that protected her people and built a strong, united kingdom, even when facing many challenges. Every move Cleopatra made was thoughtful. She used her charm to gain trust and her sharp mind to solve problems. Her political strategy was simple yet powerful. By combining beauty with brains, she set an example for leaders, then and now. This chapter reminds us that true power comes from a balanced mind and a brave heart. Through her life, Cleopatra teaches us that being a leader means using every strength you have. Her story inspires many today, reminding us that with determination and smart planning, we can overcome obstacles and create positive change. Chapter 3. The Alliance with Julius Caesar. How can a meeting with a great leader change the fate of a nation? When Cleopatra met Julius Caesar, everything began to shift. At that time, Egypt was in a state of conflict, and Cleopatra needed a strong ally to protect her kingdom and secure her power. Julius Caesar was a famous and influential leader in Rome, and his support could bring stability to Egypt. Cleopatra understood that her future depended on making smart political choices. She decided to meet Caesar in a bold and clever way. In a secret room inside the palace, Cleopatra arranged a meeting with him. At first, their conversation was cautious. Both leaders knew that their words could change the course of history. Cleopatra listened carefully to Caesar and shared her ideas for a better Egypt. She spoke clearly and confidently, showing her intelligence and strength. Caesar was impressed by Cleopatra. He saw that she was not only beautiful but also wise and determined. He admired her ability to speak several languages and her deep knowledge of Egypt's history and culture. In their discussions, Cleopatra explained her vision for Egypt. She wanted to create a strong and united nation that could stand up against rivals. Caesar, too, was interested in making his mark in the eastern part of the Roman world. Their shared interests brought them closer together. Their alliance was not just about politics. It was also a personal connection. Cleopatra and Caesar spent many hours talking about plans for the future. They exchanged ideas on how to improve trade, boost the economy, and protect Egypt from external threats. Through this partnership, Cleopatra hoped to secure her throne and bring peace to her people. Caesar, in return, gained a valuable friend in the East. This meeting marked a turning point in Cleopatra's life. With Caesar's support, she could face her enemies with greater confidence. The alliance gave Egypt new opportunities, and Cleopatra used the power of Rome to strengthen her rule. Together, they made plans that would have long-lasting effects on both Egypt and Rome. Their partnership was a mix of strategy and friendship, showing that strong relationships can change the world. Today, modern women see Cleopatra as a role model. Her ability to form important alliances, like the one with Julius Caesar, shows that smart and brave decisions can overcome great challenges. Cleopatra's story teaches us that working together and trusting our strengths can lead to remarkable success. Chapter 4. Power and Romance with Mark Antony. Can love and power change the fate of a nation? After forming an important alliance with Julius Caesar, Cleopatra met another influential leader, Mark Antony, a powerful Roman general known for his passion and strength. When Cleopatra and Mark Antony first met, both felt an immediate connection that went beyond politics. Their meeting marked the beginning of a unique relationship filled with both romance and a shared vision for the future. Mark Antony was a man of great action and strong emotions. He had won many battles and held significant influence in Rome. Cleopatra, with her sharp mind and charm, saw in him a partner who could help her protect Egypt and bring prosperity to her people. Their first encounter was carefully arranged in the vibrant city of Alexandria. In a private meeting, they talked about Egypt's challenges and their dreams for a better future. Their conversation was calm and respectful, yet filled with the excitement of new possibilities. As they spent more time together, Cleopatra and Mark Antony grew closer. They began to share not only political ideas but also personal feelings. In the lush gardens of the palace and during quiet evenings by the Nile, their bond deepened. Cleopatra showed Mark Antony her vision of a strong and independent Egypt, while he revealed his hopes for peace and glory in the Roman world. Their connection was both strategic and heartfelt, a partnership that blended love with the power to change history. Their romance was not just for show. In public, the couple appeared united and confident. Many Egyptians saw their union as a sign of hope, believing that together, Cleopatra and Mark Antony could secure Egypt's future. However, their strong partnership also sparked jealousy and fear among their enemies. Rival leaders in Rome and beyond were troubled by the power that their alliance could unleash. Despite the opposition, Cleopatra remained steadfast. She supported Mark Antony in his military campaigns and offered wise counsel on political matters. In return, Mark Antony admired Cleopatra's intelligence and strength. Their relationship was a balance of passion and reason. Though they faced many challenges, from political rivalries to the constant threat of war, their bond gave them the courage to face any obstacle. Modern women see Cleopatra as a symbol of strength and independence, and her relationship with Mark Antony shows that personal connections can influence great events. Their story teaches us that true leadership can come from combining heart with strategy. Even in difficult times, love and mutual respect can help overcome the greatest challenges. In this chapter, we witness how Cleopatra's alliance with Mark Antony was both a powerful romance and a key political partnership. Their union not only changed the course of Egypt's history but also continues to inspire leaders and dreamers around the world today. Chapter 5: The Fall of Egypt and Cleopatra's Tragic End. How does a great queen face the end of her powerful kingdom? As time passed, Cleopatra's rule faced many challenges. Her alliance with Mark Antony, once a source of strength, also brought Egypt into conflict with Rome. The mighty Roman Empire grew stronger and saw Cleopatra as a threat. In a time of fierce battles, the fate of Egypt began to change. Rome, under the leadership of Octavian, who later became Augustus, did not accept any challenge to its power. The forces of Rome attacked Egypt, and many battles were fought. Despite her great efforts and the loyalty of her people, Cleopatra found it increasingly difficult to protect her land. The once beautiful and wealthy kingdom began to fall into chaos. People lost hope, and the great legacy of Egypt was at risk. Cleopatra did everything she could to save her nation. She tried to form new alliances and make strong plans with her trusted friends and advisors. However, the Roman army was too powerful, and Egypt suffered many defeats on the battlefield. Mark Antony, her strong and devoted partner, was also defeated. The loss in these battles weakened Cleopatra's position and made the future of Egypt very uncertain. With her enemies closing in, Cleopatra realized that her time was running out. Faced with the overwhelming might of Rome, she made a brave and difficult decision. Rather than be captured and forced to live under the rule of her conquerors, Cleopatra chose to end her own life. Many ancient stories tell us that she used the venom of a poisonous snake, known as an asp, to take her life. This tragic act marked the end of the last pharaoh of Egypt and the fall of a great civilization. Even in her final moments, Cleopatra showed strength and dignity. Her choice was a final act of defiance, a way to preserve her honor and the spirit of Egypt. Although her life ended in sorrow, the memory of her courage, intelligence, and passion lived on. Her tragic end reminds us that even the most powerful leaders can face overwhelming challenges. Today, Cleopatra is remembered not just for her beauty, but for her resilience and determination. Modern women and leaders look up to her as a symbol of strength in the face of adversity. Her life teaches us that great power often comes with great challenges and that true leadership sometimes means making the hardest choices. This chapter of Cleopatra's story, though full of sadness, shows us the cost of power and the fall of a once mighty kingdom. Her legacy continues to inspire and remind us that history is filled with both triumph and tragedy. Chapter 6: Cleopatra's Legacy in History and Culture. Today, Cleopatra is more than just a name from the past. She is a lasting symbol of strength, wisdom, and mystery. Even though she ruled over Egypt thousands of years ago, the story of Cleopatra continues to inspire people around the world. Modern women, in particular, see her as a role model for courage and leadership. Her life shows that even in the face of great challenges, intelligence and determination can leave a powerful mark on history. Cleopatra was not only a queen, but also a scholar and a diplomat. She learned many languages and used her knowledge to build alliances that protected her kingdom. Her actions in the royal court were smart and bold. These qualities helped her guide Egypt through times of conflict and change. Today, her image is often used to represent beauty combined with strength, and her story is told in books, movies, and art. In many ways, Cleopatra lives on as a cultural icon. In history classes and museums, people learn about Cleopatra's achievements. Her life is studied to understand how one leader can influence the course of a nation. Artists and writers have long been fascinated by her story. Paintings, sculptures, and films capture her image, showing her as a powerful woman who challenged the norms of her time. Her legacy is seen in the way people talk about leadership and determination. Modern leaders and feminists often refer to Cleopatra as an example of how a woman can lead with both grace and strength. Her life reminds us that true power comes from knowledge and the ability to make difficult decisions. Even when faced with overwhelming challenges, Cleopatra maintained her dignity and fought for her people. This message resonates with many today, as it encourages us to stand strong in the face of adversity. Cleopatra's influence goes beyond history. Her story encourages us to value education, to learn from the past, and to use our talents to create positive change. She showed that beauty and intelligence are not separate but work best together. In many cultures, Cleopatra is celebrated as a symbol of feminine power and resilience. Her example continues to inspire books, discussions, and even modern art. In this chapter, we see that Cleopatra's legacy is alive in the way people think about leadership and courage. Her life teaches us that the lessons of the past can guide us today. Whether in classrooms or boardrooms, the spirit of Cleopatra reminds us to be bold, to learn continuously, and to use our inner strength to overcome obstacles. Her story is a timeless reminder that every great leader leaves a lasting imprint on the world. Thank you for joining us as we explore Cleopatra's fascinating legacy. Her life, full of mystery, passion, and power, continues to light the way for future generations, inspiring us all to dream big and lead with confidence. The enduring legacy of Cleopatra. As we come to the end of our journey, we see that Cleopatra is more than a queen from ancient times. Her life, filled with mystery, power, and wisdom, still inspires modern women today. She showed us that even in the face of great challenges, knowledge and courage can lead to greatness. Cleopatra's story teaches us that true strength comes from within, and that every leader faces difficulties before leaving a lasting mark on history. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Cleopatra's life, the last pharaoh of Egypt. Her legacy continues to shine in art, literature, and the hearts of those who believe in the power of determination and intelligence. Just as Cleopatra broke barriers in her time, her example encourages us to overcome our own obstacles and pursue our dreams with passion. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to discover English stories for more inspiring historical tales that will help you improve your English. Your support helps us continue sharing these incredible stories. Keep learning, stay curious, and remember, the lessons from the past can light the way for a brighter future. We look forward to seeing you in our next episode.